Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to another day of reading. Get your remote controls ready because you are going to click as we change the channel for Icky one last time today.
In this TV set, you like TV too, I bet. I am Icky, watch with me. Come and see what we can see. To change the show's an easy trick. Hold the paper when you hear this click. Ickity, 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 click. All the shows are brought to you by my favorite letter, the letter I. Ickity, 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 click. Itty bitty little small, it is hard to see at all. What is it, this tiny speck, an itty bitty small insect? Ickity, 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 click. If you ever catch a tooth means you feel so ill. Into bed and take a nap, you'll feel better in a snap. Ickity, 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 click. Itch, 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 oh scratch that itch. Ear or tailbone, who cares which? Itches you cannot ignore. Itch, 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 and itch some more. Ickity, 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 click.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that with me. I want to start by reviewing our letter sounds. So say this with me, say it out loud so your grown-up can hear you blend and say these letter sounds. Ready? Here we go. The letter O says ah, ah, ah. The letter G says g, g, g. The letter D says d, d, d. The letter A says ah, ah, ah. The letter S says s, s, s. The letter C says k, k, k. Whoops, it's upside down. The letter I says I, I, I. And the last one, the letter L says ol, ol, ol. All right, today I want to introduce you to your student-friendly learning target. Right behind me it says, I will listen to a story and answer questions. So this is a story that has no pictures. We're just going to listen to it and you can play the picture in your mind to see what's going on. This is a story about a sleepover. Have you ever been on a sleepover? Maybe to your cousin's house or to your granny's house? Maybe you've even slept over at a friend's house. Well, in our story today, Icky gets an invitation, or Oswald, gets an invitation to a sleepover, and he's going to have to think some things out. I want you to listen to the title of the story. It's called Icky's What Ifs. All right, are you ready? Here we go. One day, Icky and Oswald were playing catch when Sal came up to them. Hi, guys, said Sal. Did you two get your invitations to my sleepover tomorrow? I did, said Icky. Me too, said Oswald. Bye, he said. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm glad you got it. Bye, said Icky and Oswald. After Sal left, Oswald said, I think Sal's party is going to be great, don't you? Sure, said Icky. The truth was, Icky was a little worried. I've never been to a sleepover party, he said to Oswald. Have you? Why would our friend Oswald be nervous, be a little scared about that? Yeah, maybe because he doesn't know what to expect. Maybe he's afraid that our friend Sal's house is going to be scary, or there's going to be weird noises. Maybe he's really just going to want to sleep in his own bed. Maybe he's going to miss his mom and dad. There could be a whole bunch of reasons why he would be nervous about going to a sleepover. Not exactly, said Oswald, but my big brother has sleepover parties at our all the time, so I know what they're like. My brothers and their friends usually go skating at the ice rink. Then they come home and have dinner with our family. Then they stay up till midnight eating chips and popcorn and watching scary movies like The Invasion of the Incredible Insects. Oh, said Icky. Now he was even more worried. What part do you think would make him scared? The scary movies? Or staying up late? Or having supper at somebody's house? Maybe he doesn't know what kind of food they like to eat. That night in bed, Icky could not stop thinking of the what ifs. What if he couldn't skate as well as Sal or Oswald? What if he fell down so much that he ruined the fun for them? And he had never had dinner at Sal's house before. What if they had fish or pickles or something Icky had never eaten before? Sal's family spoke Spanish. What if Sal's mom used a Spanish word that he didn't understand? He might seem rude. Icky had never stayed up till midnight before. What if he fell asleep at 8 o'clock just as he did at home every night? Sal and Oswald might think he was babyish. That might seem like he was a scaredy cat too, because he didn't really like scary movies. Icky began to wish that Sal had never invited him to the sleepover party, but he had to go. If he didn't, then Sal and Oswald would think that he was the most babyish scaredy cat in the whole wide world. Have you ever worried about things like that? Have you ever worried about not knowing the answer or being rude or not making friends or not liking the food they serve? Those are all really real concerns and worries that people have, even worries that grown-ups have. Let's keep reading. Are you seeing him laying in bed with his eyes wide open and nervous? I am. Here's the next part. The next day, Icky's throat felt a little itchy and his stomach was jumpy. He was nervous. But Icky knew that he wasn't really ill. He was just homesick, and he hadn't even left home yet. Icky packed his pillow, his sleeping bag, his slippers, pajamas, and a toothbrush. He tucked his favorite stuffed pig into his overnight bag, too. Icky would be embarrassed if Sal and Oswald saw his pig, but it would make him feel better to know that the pig had come along with him, even if it was hidden in his overnight bag. Do you have a favorite stuffy that you like to sleep with, or a favorite blanket, or a favorite pillow? You know what? I have a favorite pillow that I sleep with, and even as a grown-up, I take my pillow with me when we go on vacation because I just like the way my head feels on that pillow. Some other pillows are too hard or they're too soft, so sometimes grown-ups pack those same things. Let's keep reading. As he walked to Sal's house, Icky felt more and more unhappy with every step. When Sal opened the door, Icky blurted out, "I'm sorry, I'm not a very good skater, Sal." Sal looked puzzled. "Who's going skating?" he said. "I thought we were," said Icky. "No," said Sal. "What if we just play checkers?" "Checkers?" Icky said, feeling relieved. "I love checkers." "Me too," said Sal. "We can play until dinner time. My mom said that she would make us whatever we want. What if we ask for spaghetti?" "Spaghetti?" said Icky. "I love spaghetti." "Me too," said Sal. "Then after dinner, my dad is going to drive us downtown. What if we get ice cream?" "Ice cream?" said Icky. "I love ice cream." How do you think Icky is feeling right now? Does he seem nervous and worried? No, he seems really excited. Games and ice cream and spaghetti, those are three of his favorite things. Let's find out how this story ends. "Me too," said Sal. "After that, it will be ready for bed. Mom said we have to have lights out by 8 o'clock. Come on, you can put your things in my room." "Oswald is already here. You should see the cool stuffed bear he brought. It's bigger than any of my stuffed animals." "Hey, I know. What if we put our stuffed animals on our pillows until it's time for bed?" Stuffed animals? Said Icky. I love stuffed animals. Me too, said Sal. I sure am glad that you came to my sleepover party, Icky. Me too, said Icky, and I sure do like your what ifs better than my what ifs. I hope that you enjoyed that story. Isn't it funny how Icky at the beginning of our story was really, really worried? He thought that it was going to be hard to understand his mom, and they were going to eat weird food, and they were going to watch scary movies, and he was going to fall down and look silly in front of his friends ice skating. And then at the end of the story, they did all of his favorite things.